From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker.
A scary night for workers of one local convenience store and gas station as an armed robber walks into Turkey Hill in the city of Hazleton armed with a gun. The latest robbery is where we begin this afternoon at 4. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Kristen Bazinski. An armed robbery at one local gas station early Wednesday morning that was hit several times just a few months ago now has police on the hunt for the robber who got away with cash. It was at this Turkey Hill along Alter Street near 15th Street in Hazleton, where police say a white male walked in just before 4 a.m. with a weapon in hand and demanded cash. He's described as a white male about 5 feet to 8 inches tall with a round face and pale skin. He was wearing a black knit hat, black pants, and a long sleeve shirt. Luckily, we're told no one was hurt in this city holdup. Anyone with information is, of course, asked to dial 911 immediately. A serial bank robber, 54-year-old Sean Kelly, now faces federal charges after going on a robbery spree that lasted over 2 weeks in the greater Hazleton area. According to our media partner, the Standard Speaker, federal agents have officially filed charges against Kelly in the Citizens Bank robbery, PNC Bank holdup, and the Choice One Community Federal Credit Union robbery. Kelly, notorious for wearing a surgical mask over his face during those robberies, could face a maximum of 60 years behind bars plus $750,000 in fines if convicted. A nearly 2-hour manhunt for Kelly led to his arrest by local police back on April 24th. Following the holdup at the Citizens Bank in West Hazleton. Kelly is a former resident of Hazleton's downtown halfway house, Minsek. He also has an extensive criminal record going up and down the East Coast. An innocent elderly woman was the victim of robbery that happened in the city of Hazleton Monday in broad daylight. The actor not only snatched the 82-year-old woman's purse, but injured her after she put up a fight. Police are asking for your help in catching this man and say the purse was snatched along Mine Street between Wyoming and Pine Streets around 3:30 Monday afternoon. The male actor is dark-skinned, approximately 5 feet 6 inches tall, was wearing a blue hooded sweatshirt at the time. He then fled the scene on foot, heading east on Mine Street. Anyone, again, with information is asked to dial 911. After writing bomb threats last year in the bathroom of the Amazon plant in the Humboldt Industrial Park, 3 people have now been charged for causing that scary situation and the evacuation of hundreds. News 13 was at the plant when the threats were found and watched as emergency workers cleared the building of workers and also searched for the bomb. According to the Standard Speaker, messages of there is a bomb that will go off Friday at 10 a.m. and next time, boom, are just a few samples of the 9 threats that were written on the walls inside Amazon bathrooms. Those responsible for the threats, we're told, are 20-year-old Joshua Tillett of Hazleton, along with 20-year-old Janet Breslin and 23-year-old Renee Heimbach, both of Coaldale. We're told none of the 3 are locked up tonight. Now, no bombs or explosive devices were found after that extensive search by specially trained bomb sniffing dogs. When this all went down back in July of 2011, over 600 employees were sent home that day. The facility is locked up and has been closed for years now, but that didn't stop some teenagers from breaking into the former St. Joe's Hospital Tuesday evening. It's an ongoing problem that seems to be causing a lot of havoc in Hazleton. Police tell us 4 juveniles, along with 18-year-old Gil De La Rosa Paredes, broke into the building just after 6. The aftermath? Well, the group all slapped with a number of charges, including possessing instruments of crime and criminal conspiracy. Again, police tell us this kind of incident has been an ongoing one for years now since the place closed, and anyone who tries to get inside or does so will be arrested and prosecuted. 2 people were taken to the hospital after a 4-car smash-up caused a domino effect on a busy city street Tuesday. This is what it looked like around 4 in the afternoon on Church Street, just south of 20th Street in Hazleton. A Nissan car hit the back of a Ford Escape, pushing the SUV into a Ford F-150 and sending the truck then into a Jeep. 2 of the vehicles had to be towed from that accident. Again, 2 people went to the hospital to be checked out. Coming up on News 13, those MMA fighters who were in Hazleton recently are ready to get back in the ring and fight it out again. This time, they'll take it to Scranton. News 13 caught up with some of the fighters. We'll hear from them next. Plus, a new health food store opened its doors today for all of you organic eaters or those who just want to try some raw foods. Well, now you can. We'll tell you all about that coming up. All right, it's time to talk a little mixed martial arts now. The sport's growing in popularity, and it's time for another night of action in our area, this time a little north of us in Dixon City this Saturday. Hazleton was lucky to host its first live MMA event a few months ago at Genetti's, and News 13 was there to capture it all on camera. Now some of those same fighters are training hard and getting ready to hit the ring at Genetti's in Dixon City. It's Cage Fight 12. Our Andy Minnick caught up with some of the athletes Tuesday night, one of whom is fighting for an amateur cage fight title, and also their coach, Jim Wright.
He's a stand-up guy. I heard he's in the Army, so I'm just gonna bring it to him. Yeah.
What have you been doing to get ready for this another title fight?
I've been working hard. I've been working on my stand-up, my wrestling, my submissions. I've been working with Chase, Lewis, Keeman, and Jim Wright.
I train the jiu-jitsu and the wrestling. Saturday we have 5 fighters from our team. Jeremiah Wells, which I already spoke to, Louis Piano, Barry Brightingham at 135, Keeman Jackson, he's making his debut at 185, and Elijah Rojas making his debut at 155. I want to mention to everybody that these fights are getting more and more popular. We're getting more and more fans at every fight. The only thing that hasn't changed is the ticket price.
As far as the fight in Dixon City, I feel ready, I feel good. Ready to, a little bit of redemption. I try not to think too much of the Gennetti fight. However, whether it was, a miss, whatever the case may be with that fight, I try not to think about it. I just see the mistakes I made, and I'm going to correct them in this fight and put on the show for the people. Hopefully touch that chin.
Again, the price has not changed for tickets, remaining at $35, and they can be purchased at pacagefight.com. The fight starts at 7, doors open at 6, and of course we say good luck to all the fighters. And good luck to all of you who played the lottery today. Here are your winning midday lottery numbers. Your daily number 598, Big 40267, Quinto 07438, and Treasure Hunt 15, 16, 22, 29, 30.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. First tonight, happy 92nd birthday to Irene Mayernick. She's a guest at the Laurels. This wish comes from your sisters Verna, Eleanor, and Joan. Tonight's Talk of the Town report, the New England Fire Company in Tamaqua will be holding a chicken barbecue Saturday, May 19th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Stop by for a takeout of half chicken with potato, cabbage, applesauce, roll, and drink for only $8. For advance tickets or more information, please call 570-277-6606. The Nescopec State Park will be holding a workshop that helps homeowners and forest landowners identify invasive plants and insects and develop strategies for controlling and removing them from their property. This workshop will be held June 2nd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and registration is required. Call 570-825-1701 for more information about that event. And finally, the organizers of the 31st Annual Solo Sereni Basketball Program would like you to know that registration will be held Thursday, May 17th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the 3rd floor of Hazleton City Hall. Cost is just $30 per player, so call 570-459-4903 for more information. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Charlotte A. Caparell of Hazleton. Services were held Wednesday under the direction of the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. George P. Fichter III, formerly of Sugarloaf. Funeral service will be held Friday at 11 a.m. from the Hazel Chapel of the Crofton Hughes Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. And Marie Panzarella of Hazleton. Massive Christian burial will be celebrated Friday at 11 a.m. in the Most Precious Blood Church. Friends may call Friday from 10 a.m. until the time of service. The Firo Funeral Home is handling the arrangements. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazleton. For delivery to all local funeral homes, call 570-454-0111. And by Mia's. Don't settle for second best when dining out. Discover Mia's all-new menu for 2012. And remember, there's always free and plenty of gated parking behind the Markle Building.
Well, if you're a business out there and you're looking to save some money, you might be able to find some help with the Chamber of Commerce. Thanks for joining us for Chamber Chat. We're back with Donna Palermo. She is the Chamber President of Greater Hazleton. And we're talking about what Chamber Choice is. Most people think Chamber Choice and they think just insurance.
Right. And insurance is a huge part, and that is how it got started, through offering our chamber members, incentives and cost savings with their insurance. Matter of fact, we have a new program right now called Bright Choices, and we ask all of our members and those who are not members yet to call us if they're interested in a cost-saving health insurance plan. We're just rolling that out. We had one seminar where we'll be conducting more, but we are more than just health insurance. We have an energy program that is saving millions, not millions, well, close to millions for our 17 chamber partners, actually. Okay. We have the largest energy pool in the state of Pennsylvania through our cooperation with Chamber Choice and On Demand. We have an HR knowledge-based website as well as part of Chamber Choice. If you have any HR questions, we can be there to help you. And we also provide other benefits as well. We have the Healthy Workplace Awards, which will be coming up in October. So if you're doing something in your workplace as far as healthy workplace, we encourage you to take part in our Healthy Workplace Award. So a lot going on other than just health insurance. So anything dealing with Chamber Choice, call the Chamber, or you can go directly on chamberchoice.com website.
One quick question. Some people might think these are just for larger businesses. Is this for every business?
This is for every business, from those small employers that have one employee up to the largest employee-based businesses. So we can help anyone with their needs.
Okay. Next week, we're talking with Leanne Fellabell. We're talking about an HR seminar. We'll see you next week.
Well, today was the total opposite of yesterday. With not a drop of rain in sight, the sun was shining all day and the temps were high. Today's creative conditions sent to us by Colton Chibileski. Colton's a second grade student from the Valley Elementary School. Thanks so much for sharing with us. Taking a look now at what we can expect over the next 24 hours. We could see some rain showers coming our way, but all in all, it's going to be pretty clear out there with a low down to 43. Sunny skies for your Thursday, high up to 65 degrees. Coming up live at 4:30, we're going to tell you how the weekend is looking, and I took a little sneak peek. It's looking pretty fine to me. So stay tuned for that. Just Windows and much, much more, bringing you the forecast at 636-1133 on 1st Street in Freeland. JustWindowsandMore.com, or give them a call and set up an appointment today. Also, Fegley Oil Company in Tamaqua, Hazel Township, and serving many other communities throughout our viewing area. Call 1-800-572-4925 or visit Fegleys.com for more information. With spring feeling a little more like summer today, have you looked into servicing your vehicle before hitting the road in the hotter temps? Well, our Erica Aponte headed to Burger Family Dealerships this morning to help get you into gear.
Well, it's beautiful out here today, and it feels a lot like summer, which is the perfect reminder for all you drivers out there to go ahead and get your car geared up for summer. So I'm here at the Burger Family Dealerships with Dennis Moore, who's here to tell us some tips about how we can get ready for summer with our cars. Yeah. So Dennis, tell me a little bit about what we can do.
Sure, certainly. Obviously in the summertime, it's just as important to prepare your car for summer as it is for winter or fall. A lot of the items overlap that you want to take a look at in the summertime. Tires, the condition of the tires, certainly not only for traction, but wet weather driving conditions. You also want to take a look at the antifreeze in the vehicle for overheating. Battery, for proper cold cranking amperage when you're starting the vehicle. It's just as important in hot weather as it is in severely cold weather. You also want to take a look at the air conditioning, make sure that the system's up to par, potentially spot any problems early so that they don't become something major later on. And most of the other items, is, as far as it goes, is your general oil, lube, and filter service. That's commonly neglected most of the time. Other vital components and fluids, and just the overall care of the automobile, so that it's reliable if you're traveling on vacation or just everyday use.
So how often would you say for people to come and get their car looked at? And is this the perfect time for it?
Sure, certainly. I mean, obviously it depends upon the type of automobile you have. Some automobiles have maintenance spans a little bit wider than others, but generally you're going to want to get your vehicle checked at least once every season if it's not in before those periods of time, if you're not in between that time frame.
So what about newer cars? Same deal?
Newer cars require maintenance just as older vehicles do. Some of the maintenances may differ with the different uses of synthetic oils and sometimes a larger span of time in between maintenances. But you're still going to want to have the same items checked: the oil and filter change, tires, wipers system, battery, air conditioning system, antifreeze. All of those items are still just as vitally important on a new automobile as an automobile that may be a little bit older.
And lastly, is it expensive, or will this actually save you costs in the long run?
It definitely can. I mean, for example, air conditioning check. We do an air conditioning check here that goes over the condenser, checking the function of it, checking the temperature of the system. It could spot a temperature difference that may potentially be something simple as far as a recharging on the AC system, but it could also spot something early so that it doesn't become a large price tag in the end to repair.
All right, well, thank you, Dennis, so very much for all your tips and help. And you heard it here from the Berger family dealerships here in Hazel Township. Reporting for News 13, I'm Erica Ponte.
Erica, thanks so much. Well, he is an icon in the local news business, an American hero, and a friend to many. News 13's Bill Berry has retired again from his job as a journalist, and we are all so very sad to see him go. The News 13 family gathered together at Mia's in downtown Hazleton Tuesday night to throw one big party for Bill Berry, who has been a member of our team since 1997. If you are a police officer in the area, you know Bill Berry. If you're a judge or you work in one of the judge's offices here in the area, you know Bill Berry. If you're an elected official in the area, you know Bill Berry. And if you're a journalist, of course, you know Bill Berry. Who doesn't know Bill Berry? He's an icon and has been since his days working as a very respected journalist at the Standard Speaker. Bill first retired from the Standard Speaker before coming to News 13, where he continued his career in the news business and became the go-to man in the News 13 newsroom for everything and anything we needed to know. He always had an answer. He always had the phone number that was needed. He always had some contact in every area of Greater Hazleton. We will miss you, Bill, so very much, and we wish you nothing but the best of luck and good health as you enjoy this time with your family and your friends. And on a personal note, Bill, you were my mentor, and I thank you for everything you've taught me and for your friendship always. I'm going to miss your stories, just as I'm sure everyone at News 13 SSP TV will as well. We'd also like to thank Mayor Joe Yanuzzi for providing Bill with a special proclamation, and to Congressman Lou Barletta for issuing a personal citation. Good luck, Bill. We already miss you here. Your Live at 4:30 is on deck. Make sure you stay with us. We're back in 2. A total of $500,000 is causing quite the debate in Butler Township these days. With the Valley Regional Fire Company in the red, will the supervisors help them out? Well, we'll find out coming up right now, live at 4:30.
From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Hey again, everyone. Thanks so much for staying with us this afternoon. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Will Butler Township officials lend the Valley Regional Fire Company over $500,000? For now, the answer is no, and before any money is handed over to the fire volunteers, some residents and the supervisors want to see the company's books to see how the debt got so bad and if the money was all spent wisely. Right now, the fire department is about $400,000 in the red, and Butler supervisors were ready to vote on giving the all-volunteer department a $550,000 loan. But the move was put on hold after some residents spoke up. Dr. Victor Greco and Louis Booty Beltrami demanded that before a loan is even considered, that the company's books should be audited. However, it was told to News 13 by supervisors and residents that the company has been asked in the past for an audit to be done, and members refused. Residents believe they're possibly hiding something.
We love the firefighters. They're all doing an excellent job. But for some reason or other, they were not being fiscally responsible in that everything they own, actually township property, has been put up as collateral, and the banks are going to foreclose. We felt, or at least I felt as a business person, that they were approaching it in the wrong manner. They did not understand what the cause of this was. And it was a matter of throwing good money after bad. I guess about 2 years ago, and again recently, 8 months ago, I requested that a forensic audit be done of the fire department because they refused to present to the board, to the supervisors, their budgets and their operating expenses. So nobody had any idea where the money was going, nobody. And they refused to tell the supervisor, who really should know. They're giving them the money, representing the taxpayers. Therefore, our feeling was before they take the step of encumbering $500,000 debt on the taxpayers of Butler, we should know all the facts. And you can't know the facts without an audit. That's common business practice.
There are a few questions that need to be answered. I asked first, had they contacted some of their creditors and tried to renegotiate. I also asked for a total amount just to bring them up to date on their monies. I was surprised that only the chief was here and not their officers. As I said, there's many questions that need to be answered. So before the township would go into a general obligation note to help them out. Now, I want everyone to know the supervisors are definitely in favor of keeping a fire department, and we are not in any way saying that the volunteers are not doing their job. I just believe that there needs to be some type of financial strengthening or whatever. I believe maybe the people who are in control of the finances need to answer to the supervisors.
Now, Young says that all three supervisors are members of the fire department, so they may go to the next meeting to try and get to the bottom of the debt debate and see how, if the supervisors can indeed help bring the fire company out of the red. So for now, the issue of giving the fire company money is on hold. Now, Fire Chief Rich Bogner was on hand for the meeting. He said he had no comment. He'd rather the president or members of the board talk to the media. Now, we are told, however, the department is not in jeopardy of closing, but the matter is serious and needs quick action. Two other major issues were brought up at Tuesday night's meeting, one being the possibility of a pistol range being built in the township, and the other dealing with noise from the Mountain Speedway disturbing the quality of life for neighbors. More on both of those issues coming up on Thursday right here on News 13. Across the valley to Cunningham now, where council welcomed another new part-time police officer. Tom Weaver, who has more than 15 years experience in law enforcement, was brought aboard and is the second part-timer to join the force over the past months. Council also gave the go-ahead to the Historical Society to use some room for storage of items from the museum. Now, the burn ban has also been lifted in Cunningham, and also council decided to invest in a new phone system at the Borough building. It will cost around $650 up front, but in the long run, the borough will save money with canceling some of the unneeded lines. And finally, the summer park program will get underway soon because, believe it or not, the school year will end so kids can head to the Whispering Willows Park for fun in the sun. Sign up is happening all month long from 6 to 8 at the Borough Building each Wednesday night. You can call 788-4385 if you'd also like some more information. 'Tis the season for budgets when it comes to school districts. Tuesday night, the Mahanoy Area School Board put some rumors to rest. The district's business manager presented a tentative budget plan on the district's website, which brought about 100 people to that meeting. Residents came with concerns over the possibility of the school's only pool closing, the possibility of not busing kids to school that live in Mahanoy City, and eliminating all middle school sports. But the good news, business manager Jack Hurst put all of the rumors to rest by saying that the district will not be cutting any sports, the pool will remain open, and there will be no tax increase for now. It's all thanks to money the district will be saving on health care and also Mahanoy District's Rainy Day Fund.
The district currently stands with roughly a $300,000 loss, which we expect to take out of our uncommitted fund balance. Rather than raising taxes and cutting instructional programs and sports programs. We had proposed last week some deficit reduction ideas, which included the pool, closing the pool, eliminating junior high sports, eliminating some coaching positions, but that has all been taken off the table at this point.
Now, the new budget shows an estimated revenues of over $15 million and expenditures for 2012-2013 estimated at over $16 million. Some changes in the new budget include increasing adult ticket prices to get into events from $4 to $5, which will bring in an additional estimated revenue of over $4,000. Also, an increase in rental fees to the Mahanoy Area Midget Football Association. The vote tentatively will be adopted on May 29th at 6 p.m. The budget will tentatively be adopted on the 29th at 6. The board also voted to approve a hiring of a middle school principal, a position which has been vacant for the past 2 years, and a technology assistant was also given a job. In other news tonight, an armed robbery at one local gas station early Wednesday morning that was hit several times just a few months ago now has police on the hunt again for a robber who got away with cash. It was at this Turkey Hill along Alter Street in Hazleton where police say a white male walked in just before 4 a.m. with a weapon in hand and demanded cash. He's a white male about 5 feet 8 inches tall with a round face and pale skin. He was wearing a black knit hat, black pants, and a long sleeve shirt. Luckily, no one was hurt in the city holdup. Anyone with information is asked to call police immediately by dialing 911. An innocent elderly woman was the victim of a robbery that happened in the city of Hazleton Monday in broad daylight. The actor not only snatched the 82-year-old woman's purse, but injured her after she put up a fight. Police are asking for your help in catching this man, the man who did it, and say the purse was snatched along Mine Street between Wyoming and Pine Streets around 3:30 Monday afternoon. The male actor is dark-skinned, approximately 5 feet 6 inches tall. He was wearing a blue hooded sweatshirt. He fled the scene on foot, heading east on Mine Street. Anyone again with information, dial 911. For those of you who take the turnpike often, the speed limit remains at 65 miles per hour and has since 1995. But that could change if one state lawmaker gets his way. A new bill endorsed by the House Transportation Committee says speed up that limit to 70 miles per hour. Right now, it's unclear whether it will be debated on the House floor or not, but leaders of the House Republican majority were said to be reviewing it. Stay with us here on News 13. We'll be back in just a few. Raw chocolates, raw vitamins, and raw supplements are just a few of the unique items you will only find in a brand new store that just opened its doors to customers this morning. News 13 stopping by Wes's Health Foods in McAdoo, where council members including Mayor Dane Watrow and State Representative Jerry Knowles, along with family and friends of the store owners, the Wes's, celebrated the grand opening with a ribbon cutting. Although Wes's health food targets vegans and vegetarians, anyone who wants to eat healthy and feel great will benefit from their organic and natural foods.
Well, we're trying to bring some different health foods to the area. We're trying to build our business around what the customers in this area are looking for. So we've started off with a lot of the things that we've been using for the last few years, and we want to build it around what the customers are looking for in this area.
Wessner tells us his family got on a health kick over 5 years ago due to some health issues, and that's when they discovered there were natural ways to help yourself feel better. The purpose of this new store is to help others feel good too, and as an extra bonus, Wes's will offer homemade crafts including jewelry in the back of the store. Another addition, barely used kids stuff. Here you will find a generous amount of clothing, shoes, and items for children. For more information on the store hours, you can give them a call at 929-2344. Before we take a look at your full forecast, can I just say what a perfect day today was? The sunny skies made for a great Wednesday, so a big thank you going out to Mother Nature. And also a big thank you to Colton Chipoleski, a second grader at the Valley Elementary Middle School. Colton is the artist behind today's creative condition. And let's check on the conditions right now. Starting first with tonight, mostly clear skies. We do see a slight chance of some showers. It'll be a low down to 43 degrees. Your 40 outlook goes like this. I am liking it, especially the weekend. Thursday we see sunny skies 65, climbing up to 67 for your Friday. Saturday and Sunday, it's looking like partly sunny skies, 74 on your Saturday and 74 on Sunday. So a lovely weekend to head outdoors and head to some great events that are happening in the area, one that we're going to talk about in just a minute. The Lazy Dog Salon, Dog and Cat Grooming, bringing you the forecast tonight, live at 4:30 on North Broad Street in West Hazelton. Call 459-0310 to make an appointment for your furry friend today. And also Valley High Drive-In. Today was a great day to stop by Valley High for some ice cream, some great food, and all that good stuff that comes along with Valley High Drive-In. Route 93, West Hazelton, open for the season, so make sure you take advantage. All right, and I'd like to welcome Annie Kistler, who just happens to be our lovely secretary here at News 13. So if you ever come in here and you see her smiling face, you know who she is already. And also, I'm sure you know who Robert Katansky is from the Hazelton YMYWCA. He's been on News 13 so many times, and they're here to talk about an event that they've teamed up to plan with some other volunteers that's happening this weekend. That's why I said the weather's going to be perfect. It's called Chords for Kids. So I'm going to start off with Annie to tell me about what Chords for Kids is all about. What is going to happen?
Well, what's going to happen is we're getting 6 local bands together. Jonathan's Nest is they actually came to us and they wanted to do a benefit for the Hazelton YMCA and YWCA. And we're like, that's awesome, because we're always looking for new fundraisers for them. And they came to us and they said they wanted to do this benefit with all these local bands, and we were like, awesome, that's great. So we're gonna get together on Sunday. It starts at 12 and it's gonna go all the way until like 1 o'clock in the morning. From 12 to 6 is all the bands are gonna play for an hour, and we're gonna have tricky trays. We have lots of tricky trays, and some of the food is gonna be donated also, you know, for some of the food purchases will be, he's going to donate, Joe's going to actually donate for us. So me and Robert, we're always trying to come up with new fundraisers when I worked with Robert before I left the Y. And we thought this was a great thing, and it was so nice of Jonathan's Nest to do this for us, so we're really excited about it.
Absolutely, and Jonathan's Nest has a fantastic outdoor area, so the weather's going to be great, so you can go indoor, outdoor, food, entertainment, and know that you're helping out the kids at the same time. And you know, we'll come back to you, Annie, to talk a little bit about the bands, because the bands are fantastic. But Robert, this kind of fundraiser is so important for you as the youth and teen director at the YMYWCA. What kind of things will the money go to?
The proceeds from this benefit actually help our annual support campaign, which generates income to help the less fortunate children in our area to gain access to memberships, programs, and so forth within our YMCA. Obviously, the number one factor is, you know, giving a membership to an underprivileged child is going to get them off the streets, keep them safe, and obviously, you know, give them a positive, more of a positive insight on how life is.
Right, and to promote a healthy lifestyle for the children too as well.
Healthy lifestyle, and was obviously the biggest thing.
So basically, if you show up at this event, you're going to be helping to send maybe a child in our area that maybe can't afford a membership at the YMCA to be able to take advantage of the YMCA. So the bands, let's talk about the bands, Annie, because they're fantastic.
They are fantastic. We're starting off at 12 with Kara Lee. She's amazing. At 1 o'clock is White and Gray. YMI Duo is at 2 o'clock, who are awesome too. And Cartoon, which I gotta give a hands out to Tommy Bruno because he actually was the one that came to us and said, you know, we should do a benefit sometime for you guys. So they're really awesome. Better with Beer is at 4 and Monsters at Rock are at 5. And then Rock and Ray is gonna be there from 6 o'clock until 1 in the morning, just spinning tunes, so we all have fun.
That's
and
awesome.
it's really good. And it's actually, there's no charge for you to get in, but we're accepting donations at the door.
Okay.
So, you know, it's not like a $10 charge or anything like that. So it's whatever you want to help us
Whatever
out
you
with.
can give.
Yep.
Okay, and again, it's happening on this Sunday.
This Sunday, May 20th at Jonathan's Nest in West Hazelton.
Okay, and I know a lot of hard work has gone into it. So, Robert, since you work there and you see what, you know, Annie's doing and all the other volunteers and the band's donating their time in Jonathan's Nest, has to make you feel good because you see firsthand the kids that benefit from this.
Absolutely.
All right, very good. Thank you guys so much. So, doors open again at what time on Sunday?
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock Sunday at Jonathan's Nest, Chords for Kids. We want to see you there, and if you're not, you're in big trouble by News 13. Anything else you guys want to add?
Just that the bands play. The bands are live outside on stage.
Oh, live outside, cool.
The bands will be outside, and so if people, you know, if smoking's not their thing, that'll be something else that, you know, they'll be able to enjoy.
Okay, so
It's
the
gonna be a
band's
nice day
outside.
to start off your summer.
Absolutely.
outside.
Kick it off with a bang, helping out the kids
Yes, sir.
of the YMCA. All right, Annie and Robert, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Good luck. Coming up on News 13, all your sports action with Freddie B, of course. He's got the scoop on some track districts. Plus, some lucky students and teachers ditched their classrooms and books today and took off running, literally. We'll tell you why in just a bit. Stay with us. It was the perfect day to spend the afternoon outside, and some students were lucky enough to ditch the classroom for the day and head outdoors to do a little exercising and, of course, have a little fun. News 13 stopping by West Hazelton Elementary Middle School this morning, where students and teachers put their books down and went outside to run laps around the baseball field to raise money for the school's PTA program. We talked to those enjoying the day.
Well, they're out here doing laps because I think it's so important to get them up and out and moving and to give them a sense of community to help their school and to build, you know, self-esteem and run off all the energy. They've been working so hard for PSSAs all year, so this is really great and it's a beautiful day for it. So everybody's having a great time.
In regular school days, we do work, and today we can run around and play. I'm really excited. It's a walkathon. We run around the field how many times as we can, and so you can get like exercise too.
An award ceremony will be held later, recognizing those who went above and beyond. Students who ran the most laps, well, they'll get a medal. Homerooms who raised the most money, they'll get to tape their teacher to the wall. What a prize that is. I hope they invite us to take some video of that happening. That'll do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for making us a part of your Wednesday. You can catch this newscast again with a rebroadcast tonight, or simply go to News 13's website. It is ssptv.com, where you'll find everything Greater Hazelton and beyond. It's all just a click away. On behalf of your News 13 team, be safe. We'll see you back here Thursday. Good night.